Hello there, and thanks for tuning in. Today I just wanted to record a quick run through on the new Apex Evolution map to kind of demonstrate what a somewhat optimal run looks like. Now currently my best time is a bit under 7 minutes. For this video I'm just going to be going for hopefully around the 8-minute range. I'm not looking for something perfect, just decent enough to illustrate what sort of choices you'd want to make. So let's go ahead and load up the map. Before I get started, a few things I want to go over. Number one is my overall strategy. I'm going to be planning on running with cannons and mortars for this run, and I'll be completely ignoring all other modules, so no sentry gun, no Bertha, and no lathe. The reason is because the more modules you accept, the more upgrades you'll begin to see in your potential pool. So by only selecting a few, you're limiting the number of upgrades and therefore making it easier to get the rare ones you want for the cannon and mortar. Because you see, the mortar is great in the early game to get some experience rolling, and the cannon is definitely one of the biggest powerhouses in the late game. If you can get it fully upgraded in terms of fire rate, it really just clears everything at that point, so that's what I'm aiming for. And the other thing before I get started is I'm going to go ahead and go into editor mode and turn off Fog of War just to illustrate this creeper drain strategy I'm using. It's a diagonal lattice pattern. Some of you may recognize this, but what it's going to do is drain the creeper maker down into this hole below once I get there to terraform the holes, and thereby it gives me a much easier time of nullifying this first emitter to the point that it's basically a free nullify. And as long as I can get decent upgrades, I'll also be able to nullify this one rather quickly using a similar draining method. And my overall route will be to just start here. Let me go on and grab the ship so I can illustrate a little better. So I'm going to start here, fly over here and nullify this guy. I'll be digging down through here, take out these two emitters, move over to this cavern to kill the fourth emitter. Now if you're fast enough, you can actually kill this fourth emitter before the digitalis fully activates here, so that you won't have to worry about the next room yet. But once I'm done here, I will cut straight through this way. I'm going to fly up and attack this emitter. I don't want to go down here because that means going through the digitalis, and you'll find that digitalis really messes with cannons in this mode. They'll just start firing all over the place, which I really don't want to happen. So I'm going to fly over here, go down this way into the main chamber, and then once I'm done here, I'll cut through this wall to get to the other emitter. By the time I do that, hopefully my cannons should be more or less fully upgraded, so the digitalis won't be as much of a problem. That's the overall game plan here. So let's go ahead and see how this plays out in action. One more thing to mention is you cannot save and load during the course of the map because it will break the UI, but you can save on the very first frame. That's how I was able to make a save with this terraform pattern already in place. So as long as you do it on the very first frame, you'll be good to go. Then you can just load that save and not have to replace the pattern every time. Alright, and this video may end up being rather long because, a bit of luck is required, but if it does go on a bit, I'll be sure to leave a timestamp in the description to the time when the actual successful run begins to save you the trouble of scrubbing through for it. That was a little less than ideal. You don't want to be drifting away when you teleport. Okay, now I'm over here. You see it's digging out the hole because I have an invisible lathe. That's kind of another funny quirk of this map. Oh, perfect. Already got a rocket I was wanting. What you really want is to get multiple rockets early and also decrease their fire delay. Now this is a tricky choice because I want rockets for the short term, but I also want cannon fire delay for the long term. I think I'm going to go with the fire delay here because you need more of those in the long run, and it's important to get them rolling early. Let's see. Dig this hole a little deeper so it'll be more effective. Okay, so both of those artifacts are fairly unhelpful, but I also don't want too much range. I think I'll go on and pick this range upgrade though, so I don't have to grab any later. See, another rocket, that's a good start. Damage area for the cannon is very important. You want to get that to a good number by the time you reduce the fire rate. Fire rate is very much the most important thing though. It's also kind of concerning I only have one cannon so far. That's going to come back to haunt me pretty soon. That legendary one's tempting, but I still really want the fire delay. This is another tough choice because I need the fire delay for the long run, but I also really want more cannons. Again, I'm going to take a gamble and go with the fire delay and hopefully just get the other cannons soon enough on another roll. Okay, there's 2 cannons. Bertha, I do not want the Bertha because again, if I choose that, I'll start getting Bertha upgrades in my pull. Okay, now we're draining the maker on this emitter. It should make it easier to nullify. Yeah, it's really giving me some tough choices here. It keeps giving me legendary upgrades, but with other ones that I really would prefer, so I'm just going to take the extra cannon here. Okay, so that's 4 cannons already. About 2 minutes in. I'd say this is a pretty decent start here. Not great, but this definitely has potential for a sub 10-minute run. I think I'm going to go on and take the cannon range here, and that hopefully will be the only cannon range upgrade I take this run. If you take too many cannon range upgrades, then your cannons really get distracted by the digitalis at the end. A Blessing of Palladius, I'm definitely going with that one. Give me a better chance at some rare upgrades. Let's see, rocket fire delay. That's actually very good on my rocket fire delay. I believe I've gotten 6 of the upgrades already, which just leaves 1 epic one and 1 legendary one. Cannon fire delay, I'll take it. Still don't have many of the fire delays for cannon though, so I really got some catching up to do on that one. Now my rockets aren't getting me a lot of experience here because the creeper is pretty shallow. So pretty soon I want to open up this next chamber so my rockets can start finding some real damage there. Go on and do that now since I'm nullifying this emitter, and I should start getting more damage now. Oh man, this is a tough choice. I think I'm going with the damage area. Not really a very good roll there. Another bad roll. You're never going to get good rolls throughout the whole run, so there's definitely going to be periods like this where you're just getting less than desirable rolls. Oh, that's very nice. I'm only missing 1 rocket delay upgrade now. If I could get the other 2 rockets, then I'm really going to be pumping out the damage. But you'll see it's giving me a lot of upgrades now. Just shows the power of fire delay. Tell you what, let's get some more rocket range. I am stalling out a bit here, unfortunately. Oh, perfect. That's the last rocket fire delay upgrade. I still would really like the last couple of rockets and some cannon fire delays though. Because no matter how good your rockets are, it's not going to help you very much in the last room to get through it quickly. Wow, ask and you shall receive. There's 6 rockets. I'm still behind the pace of my best run, but this is looking pretty nice. If only it would give me those actual cannon fire rate upgrades. That's the reason I can't push into this room very well right now, because my cannons are still weak even though the rockets are doing some real work. Let's get up above this. You don't want to let the creeper get above you, because the more your cannons have to turn, the less efficient they are. Okay, once again, I'd like to open up the next room so that I can start having my rockets do damage there. Perfect, I'll take that. Fire delay, that's nice, but I'm still missing quite a few. And remember, I want to keep my distance from that digitalis because it will distract my cannons. I think I'm on pace for about an 8-minute run right now if I can get some decent rolls. Go on and chop that off so some of the creeper maker will flow downwards. Although at this point in the mission you don't really care as much about draining the creeper maker because most of what you're fighting is just a creeper that's built up. None of those are really too impressive. So I've got pretty much all the upgrades I would like at this point other than the cannon fire rate. I believe I've only gotten 5 of those out of 8, if I'm not mistaken. There's another cannon fire delay, that's nice. I want to push this way a little bit so I can cut off this digitalis. It makes killing these emitters much easier. I'm going to want to go this way soon anyway. I did not want to take this much damage though. This is going to delay me quite a bit, sadly. Yeah, that was really bad. That completely ruined my pace here. Gotta be patient here. Alright, my ship's active again. Let's see if I can recover this. I should still be able to get a fairly decent time since I was on such a good pace. Okay, digitalis is dying now. I'm definitely feeling the lack of cannon fire rate upgrades here though. This part goes so much smoother if you have those maxed out. Also, I guess the fact that I didn't pick up any AC generator upgrades is also hurting me. Those are much nicer for holding your ground. Anyway, let's go ahead and push to this final emitter and get this over with. Alright, that should wrap it up. So it came in under 8 minutes, not my best time, but I'd say it's a pretty good demonstration of how a successful run should look. Honestly, I'm surprised I got it on my first attempt. Usually you need a little bit more luck. But the thing is, when you use the make or drain strategy I showed at the beginning, it really helps you get a consistent start. I can definitely get sub 10-minute runs a lot more consistently than I could before I used that strategy. Although ultimately, it's not that important. I'd estimate it only saves about a minute or two, but it definitely helps with the consistency. Keep pressing the wrong button there. Let's see, so let's load my autosave. Let's not exit the map. I just wanted to bring up the editor real quick to give a overview of how it looks when I'm done. Help visualize the route a little bit better. And also, my keyboard's been a little bit wonky, but hopefully I can type this properly. That will show the upgrades I collected throughout the course of the run in case anyone wants to go back over and reference which upgrades I chose. And I think that about covers it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.